Like, my bad, sir. I'm sorry. Let me suck your dick as a payment for this $6 fucking iced coffee.
I never trust a narcissist, but they love me. So I play 'em like a...
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank everybody who watched my previous video, all 57 of you guys. Great, dedicated, love that. Today we're going to be doing a video about one of my sugar daddy experiences. It's kind of like the most recent one, just here in Toronto. So basically, to like have a little backstory or whatnot, I have the Seeking Arrangement app, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's like where sugar daddies meet sugar babies, and you're supposed to like run off in La La Land and have a great time and be spoiled, blah blah whatnot. So yeah, essentially that. It's honestly just filled with like scammers, cheating assholes, or some old nasty dude that owns like some kind of chicken joint and has a few extra bills to throw at you. So yeah, that's like kind of the backstory on like Seeking Arrangements. Honestly, like it's not that great. Stay in school. Wouldn't recommend to anybody. But for some reason, my dumb ass did it. So yeah, getting right into the story. I just moved to Toronto and don't really like know anybody, so I decided like checking out my apps like Grindr, Tinder, and then Seeking Arrangements. My kind of outtake on the app is like I like to just accompany or hang out with like dudes in order for cash, as opposed to actually like some sugar babies like sleep with people for cash, or they sleep with them for like handbags, or blah blah this for a trip, like essentially. But I kind of do it like to hang out with or like keep these people company in order to get some cash to help out with like bills or whatnot. So like I was on there when I got here, and there was like a few responses or whatever. Lots of it's just like want sex, so like I'm not down for that, obviously. And then this one guy starts talking to me, and he basically gave me his whole life story, like chatting. He's like, I'd like to see if we have chemistry or whatnot. So I was like, okay, like that's cool. And he was like, I was like, what do you have in mind? And he's like, how about we just go grab a coffee, and then just see if we actually connect in person, and then if we do, that's great. We can just keep on chatting and like hanging out, and I can obviously help you with some cash. And I was like, okay, like perfect, like not a big deal. Comes the day of when we're supposed to go get coffee. And a little backstory on him, he like kind of told me like that he's like blah blah this and got this much money, and like was telling me about all these fancy cars and blah blah that, and like literally just hyping himself up to like the nines. Which in reality, when he came pick me up, he's like, I'm here. So I go outside and I'm like looking for him. I see like this Buick, but like didn't really expect that to be him, considering he's like telling me he's got like Teslas and Range Rovers and like all this bullshit. And then I was like, don't see you. And then he's like, I see you, I'm in the Buick. And I was like, you have a Tesla, you have a Range Rover, but you decided to take the Buick to impress me. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I get in this Buick, which isn't even a new Buick, it's like an old ass Buick, and it's like dirty as hell, kind of smells. Look at the guy, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, on Seeking Arrangements, they have like pictures of your profile or whatever. So like I've seen pictures previously of him, and he wasn't like horrible looking. Like obviously he wasn't cute or my type or anything like that, but like he wasn't horrible looking. And then when I got into this vehicle, I swear to God, it was like a different guy, like hard ass catfish. But anyways, I'm already in this car. Honestly, at this point, I literally knew nobody. I didn't really have any friends. Well, I honestly don't have any friends here. I had nothing better to do. A bitch could use a coffee. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll just go for a free iced coffee. So we're like going to the store, the Starbucks or whatever, but she's like trying to GPS and like also drive, which she's like, I don't know, maybe late 50s, early 60s. I'm honestly horrible at the age. He could be 100, he could be 40. I don't really know. We're just gonna have to leave that part of the story out. So anyways, the point of that was that he could not use his phone and drive at the same time. So we're swerving all over the road. He's looking at his phone, acting like he knows how to drive and text. I'm kind of like freaking out at this point. I'm like, okay, I better put on my seatbelt. So I put on my seatbelt. He looks over and he goes, are you scared? And I was like, no, I just forgot to put it on when I get in the car. I'm kind of a good kid, whatnot. Yeah, I'm fucking scared. I'm terrified. You're an old man who doesn't know how to drive, and you're on your phone. No, I'm not scared at all. So he's like, where do you want to go? Like Tim Hortons, Starbucks. And at this point, like, I hate Tim Hortons iced coffees. They're disgusting. I was like, if I'm gonna do this, like, I need a Starbucks at least. So I was like, Starbucks, and he's like, okay, well, like, I think there's one up here. We drive right past it, and I was like, oh, it's right there. He's like, oh no, I didn't see it. Like, it's just saying my GPS is up here. So we drive past the Starbucks, and we get to like nothing, obviously, because we just drove past it. And then he's like, oh, I think we're a little bit lost. Just let me reroute us. And I was like, there's literally a Starbucks back a block right there. And he's like, okay, yeah, just 1 second. I'll just GPS this. And I was like, okay, you do you. And so he GPS's it, and it shows to go to that Starbucks. And I was like, okay, so let's go. We get to the Starbucks, we get inside. I start realizing like how embarrassing it kind of is being with this guy. So we go and order our drinks or whatever. I get my iced coffee, and he gets his drink. He pays. He tells her to keep the change. I think was trying to impress me, but like it was like 40 cents. I don't know, like I can tell her to keep the change if I was only had 40 cents returned to me too. Like, good on you. Perfect. So we get our drinks, and luckily it's like all full. So there's like a back room that just has like a desk and like 2 little seats. And so we go back there, and we get to sit back there in privacy, thank God, because that was a little bit awkward, and like I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done this, like type deal. So like we're talking or whatever, like I'm pretending to listen, pretending to care, and then he's like, oh, let me hear a little bit about you, which I didn't want to tell anything, so I was just like, oh, I'm just boring, you just keep on talking. I pretend to be interested, like, oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, Really? Oh, never knew that. So the night goes on, and it's probably like a half an hour into this coffee. Like, I'm done my coffee because all I've been doing this whole time is just like, honestly, as soon as I got that coffee, it was gone. And then he starts complaining about his hip and like sitting, and he's like, I think we should go. My hip hurts. I don't know if I can sit here much longer. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I mean, that's fine with me. I don't really care. Like, let's get out of here. So like we're walking out. He's like limping at this point, and I was like, oh my god, like what am I doing? Like trying to pretend like he's my grandpa. Like, do you need help, Gramps? Like, do you want your cane? I'll go grab it from the car, type of deal. And then we got in the car, and he's kind of just sitting there, and I feel like a little bit awkward. I'm just like, okay, thank God I gotta go home, like done with this. And then he looks at me and he's like, so that was fun, hey? And I was like, yeah, like it was great, blah, blah, I'm glad I got to know you. We should definitely do it again sometime. And he's like, so do you want to go home now or back to my place? And I was like, probably go home. And he's like, actually? And I was like, yeah, I think I'll go home. And then he starts kind of getting angry, and he's like, you don't want to come back to my place and like have some fun or like see what we can get up to? And I was like, no, like, not really my deal, dude. Sorry, blah, blah. He proceeds to get angry at me because of the fact that he bought me a coffee and I don't want to go back to his place to sleep with him. Like, my bad, sir. I'm sorry. Let me suck your dick as a payment for the $6 fucking iced coffee. No, like, I'm not gonna suck your dick or go have sex with you or go see what fun we can get up to at your house for a coffee. Disgusting. No. Anyways, so he gets grumpy or whatever, and he's kind of like, push it on me and like force me to like go into this or whatever. And then I'm like, no, like I want to go home, blah, blah. And he's like, well, there's no point in even driving you home then if we're not gonna do anything or have any fun. So I look at him, I'm like, okay, like I'll get out, I'll call an Uber. So like I take off my seatbelt, I'm like ready to get out, and he's like, no, I'll take you home, blah, blah. Stay in the car. So I'm like, okay, like it beats paying for an Uber because you drove to the Starbucks halfway across the country, and I'm probably gonna have to pay $45 for an Uber home for this $6 fucking coffee. So I wait in the car, we like drive back to my place where I was staying at the time. By the way, sorry about this background, like since I've been in Toronto, I've been staying at Airbnbs, and honestly, not the best backgrounds. Hopefully this gets better with time. I mean, probably won't, hopefully will, probably won't. So anyways, what point in the story was I at? Fuck, I'm so forgetful. Oh yeah, he's driving me home. Literally, there's no conversation going on. He's like sitting there complaining about his hip. I'm like just on my phone pretending to do anything so that I don't have to talk to him. I get to my house, and he's like, looks at me, and he's like, I'm sorry for like kind of acting out on this. I just kind of expected something. And I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, it's no problem, no big deal. And he's like, are you sure you don't want to come to my house? And I was like, sir, no, I don't want to go to your house. Thank you for dropping me off. Have a good night. And then so he gets pissy. He's like, have a good fucking life. And I was like, okay, you too. I like slammed the door because I was pissy. And then he ripped off. And I never heard from him since. But yeah, that's kind of one of my weirdest sugar daddy stories. You guys should let me know down in the comments below if you have ever had a sugar daddy or used seeking arrangements, or like what kind of weird shit has happened to you, because I definitely want to hear about it. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. I honestly wanted to upload this like forever ago. Like, well, not forever, like probably like Tuesday, Wednesday, like when I was supposed to. But staying at Airbnb, if you guys can see that door, it's literally my roommate next door. And these walls are paper thin, so I kind of have to wait until he leaves, and for some reason he never fucking leaves. And I felt kind of awkward just talking about sugar daddies and being a little sugar baby with him listening, so that's essentially why it took so long. Hopefully next week's video is a little bit more on time. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.